everybody, welcome back to 12 Times Awkward. I hope you are having a wonderful Wednesday. This week is rant week. This could be fun.
It is.
I have Riley here again this week.
Hello.
I put my hand the wrong way. Okay, and Riley, why don't you tell them what we will be ranting about?
Well, instead of ranting about why Sydney won't let me eat my soup while we film the video, we are going to rant about why people shouldn't date when they're really young. Yeah.
Yes, and dating for the right intentions.
Yes. It's very important. I mean, you know, it kind of determines your life, so.
And who you're going to marry.
Which determines your life.
Okay, so let's get started. The first thing we're going to talk about is
age! And what is the appropriate age to start dating? Is there an appropriate age to start dating?
I'd say not exactly. I mean, obviously not 5th grade, you know what I mean? But I'd say that the dating age depends on your maturity. If you found the right guy to date that matches all your standards, and by standards, I do not mean he has to be 5'10", brown hair, blue eyes, buff, hot, you know, not those kind of standards.
Like,
I mean, we all have them.
Yeah,
but
not that they're bad, but
no, they're not
those
bad.
aren't standards. Those are wants.
Those are wants. We're talking about the legit needs, like a good listener.
Good communicator.
Those two are very important.
So important. You just don't even know, man.
Her boyfriend's not good.
He's getting better. But we've had to learn how to communicate. So that's a very important thing and yeah. And I mean, we can give you a lot of things to make your standards, but really your standards need to be something you want, something that, you know, your standards for a guy.
If you're super talkative, you need a good listener. Maybe someone who's not as talkative as you. Okay, me and Riley can talk to each other because I talk a lot and she doesn't.
Yeah.
Well, unless she's with me. But I talk more than her normally. And so she's a good listener, and then we have good conversations. Good sister time. But that's the kind of thing you need to look for in a guy. So just things that you personally need.
Yeah, and so once we encourage you, make a list of your standards, and once you have that list, do not date anybody who doesn't meet every single one of those requirements.
That is so true. Because
there's a guy out there that does meet every single one of those requirements. And you know what? You might not find him when you're 15. And that's okay. Why? Because you're 15.
Because you're 15. You don't have to.
Yeah, so
you can meet him in college. You can meet him when you're 25. You can meet him when you're 83. It doesn't matter. He's out there. God has a plan for you. He has a guy out there that is waiting for you.
Yeah, so do not compromise your standards. Do not compromise yourself because you're worth the wait. And you're worth it. Don't compromise.
No. See, Riley's boyfriend, and they knew each other for 6 months before they started dating. He did not meet all her standards at first, and they got to know each other, and they worked them out, and he does now. And they've been dating for a year and a half, or year and 7 months like that. What is it?
Yeah, almost 19 months.
Okay, and guess when they started dating? Riley was 5 days before turning 15. And he just turned 17. And so they have a little bit of an age difference, but the thing is they were mature enough to start dating because he met all her requirements. And you know what? He met all her requirements. They're still together.
Yeah, and I mean
and they're dating with a purpose, you know what I mean? They're not just dating to have a boyfriend and to be cool, because apparently people think it's cool to have a boyfriend, and, you know, I could care less.
Yeah, don't date just because you feel like you have to, or because you feel like
because
everyone
you don't.
around you is. You don't need a boyfriend. You being yourself is okay. Or if you're a guy, then you don't need a girlfriend. Even though your friends are going to tell you you do, it's okay to wait. And, I know I sound kind of hypocritical saying that because I have a boyfriend and we started dating, you know, when I was 15. But, when I started dating him, I knew, as crazy as it sounds, and, yeah,
As stupid as it sounds, too.
As stupid as it sounds, at 15, I knew, like, that once we started dating, we were probably never going to break up. And so, like, that's the intention I went into this relationship with. And
so you know why?
He.
Because they had everything each other wanted, and so that is the person that she was supposed to meet and supposed to be with. Like, I don't know. Me, I'm not dating anybody because I haven't found that person yet, and I'm not willing to settle for somebody random because I need a boyfriend because it's cool.
Yeah, like, I mean, there's this guy that, like, lives next door to us, and we joke to her about, like, oh, you should date him. But she's very firm. She's like, he does not meet my requirements. And, like, so she'll tell us that, and she'll tell us, no, because here's why. So, don't be afraid to say no, even to your family members. But don't say, oh, my mom doesn't know anything, and she tells me this guy is bad, and I shouldn't date him. Like, listen to your parents. They probably know what they're talking about.
They know better than you do.
Well, I mean, like, we don't know your family situation.
That's true.
But, you know, especially if you have parents that have been married, like, ours have been married for, like, 18 years. 19?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 19 years. They know what being in a relationship's like. So, like...
They're watching out for us.
Yeah.
Okay, so, like... Wow, we spent a lot of time on that one thing. But
did.
that's something that's, like, super important, and that's what we wanted to get across today. And that's what we were, like, that was our rant.
Yeah.
Like, the other thing is, like, 6th graders, I feel like there's peer pressure once you get into, like, junior high, and then especially in high school, people are, like, dating all around you because it's cool. And you're like, oh, my gosh, I have to get a boyfriend. I have to be cool. Like, I say don't let the peer pressure get to you. And I know that's it's easier said than done. Like, I go to a private school, a little private Christian school with, like, 550 people, and so I don't have many options anyways, but like, I don't feel as pressured there to have a boyfriend because I don't know, people don't date around because there's not that many people to choose from.
Yeah.
But, like, I know a friend that went to my school last year, and now she's at, like, a public school, and she has a new boyfriend every week, and I'm just like, honey, what are you doing? This is stupid because she barely gets to know that guy, and then you date them, and I don't understand how that can be a good relationship. You're not dating with a purpose. You're not dating with a reason. You're just dating because it's cool, and you want a boyfriend, and you want to feel loved, and I totally understand that. And that is when good friends come in handy, like, or like a sibling, because me and Riley are, like, close as can be.
Tight.
And so, you know, I don't need a boyfriend. I got Riley to talk to about all my problems, and then my best friend lives directly across the street from me, and so, you know, she's Kayla. I've had her here before, but I mean, I can talk to her. It's not, some people just, like, crave, like, being loved and the feeling of that, and so they think that they can find that in a boyfriend, and the thing is, I don't know, that's when you need to have good friends around you.
Yeah, and I mean, like, something I thought of when she was saying that, like, so think of, like, whoever you're gonna marry. Like, say you get married, like, 10 years from now. It depends on how old you are and,
I'll probably be married.
Things like that. But just think, like, 10 years from now, you're gonna be married to somebody. Well, do you want that person to tell you, oh, yeah, I've dated and list off 50 names of girls? No.
How special does that make you feel?
Yeah, you're like, I'm just another one on the list.
Brandon was Riley's first boyfriend. Riley was Brandon's first girlfriend. And they're still together, and they will never break up.
But, like, so don't be afraid to wait for that person because that's going to be so much more meaningful to you. Absolutely. And to them. And, I mean, don't get me wrong. You might, like, get into a relationship and think this really might work, and then sometimes it doesn't.
It doesn't always work, and that's not what, we're not trying to say, like, as soon as you find somebody, like,
they're the one.
They're the one. Don't freak out on them either. Like, you're the one, I'm going to marry you. Like,
yeah.
Chill, because that will end your relationship right there.
So, anyway, just
don't rush into things.
Yeah.
And don't know, just take your time. That's all the important thing, because a lot of people, they start dating, and in a week, they're making out and doing a whole bunch of other stuff, and then it's like, oh, well, now I'm bored of you, I need to leave. And so, I just suggest to not like too slow, like, don't wait 6 months to, like, hold each other's hands. I find that ridiculous. But, okay, so just be careful, take it slow, don't date until you're ready, until you are mature enough to handle a relationship.
And don't date behind your parents' back.
Oh my gosh, that is ridiculous. If you have to keep the boyfriend a secret, why? Like, what is the reason you need to keep him a secret? Because obviously, you can't keep him a secret forever, and when your parents find out, what about him is so bad that you can't tell your parents. And I know sometimes it's awkward, like, but once you tell them, it's so much better.
And like, okay, sorry, we gotta wrap this up. But my parents knew my boyfriend like several months before we started dating, and so like they really liked him.
And I did too.
Yeah, and so it was really important that like that relationship was founded, because then like my dad, you know, was okay with it, my mom was okay with it, and he and Cindy have a really special relationship, and that's gonna make like his and mine relationship a lot better too. So
yeah, we're like super tight. Okay, so we hope you found this video like helpful in your dating lives. Maybe not, but you know, we just wanted to give our opinion, our help and guidance to you, and rant about something that is very important to us.
yeah.
Because, yeah. Okay, so I will see you guys next Wednesday. I hope you'll tune in. Riley may or may not be here. Kayla may not be here. And so I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the week. I love you all, and have a great night. Bye!